Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Hope you're all doing better than me. Because I've lost an eye. But that gave me access into this very elite club of one-eyed anti-heroes, which you see predominating around me right now. The one and only Snake Plissken, of course. My favourite character of all time. Now, I'm only joking. I've still got two eyes. See that the eye was squinting there as well. But I am actually genuinely not too good at the moment. I had intended lots of videos this weekend. You always hear this from me. Oh, and stuff gets in the way. Well, stuff definitely did get in the way. You guys know that I have not had a good track record when it comes to insects and critters of late. Having gone through most of my life without any insect bites or stings or anything like that. Suddenly, I got that spider bite a couple of years ago. Some of you remember that. Still scarred and still scared. Bloody big spider bite, and it took a long time to get over it, and a lot of drugs as well. From the doctor, not your social drugs, although I'm sure they would have helped. But no, I've now got not one but two bites. Under here, oh, I just touched it as well. Under there, and yeah, your armpit sort of region. Not a place you want to get bit. And it's not, well, I don't think it's from a spider. I think it's from, and it's not from a snake either. Which would have been perfectly apt, wouldn't it? No, it's from what I suspect is a horsefly. You guys ever seen these bastards? I mean, they're flies, but they're the size of a horse. You can put a saddle on it, and you can buzz around in a place. No, when they bite you, they have serrated teeth and an anticoagulant, so they get all the blood out of you. But, oh my God, if you have a reaction to it, I've never known pain like it. I've known a lot of pain in my life. I've been married for many, many decades. I know pain. And last night, well, in fact, all yesterday and last night, I couldn't sleep. I was, the pain has been that intense to the point of, a grown man would weep. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And one of the bites looks infected as well. Now, you infect them by scratching about and dabbling with them and playing about with them. You infect them. I haven't messed with these at all. I've learnt my lesson on that. And it still appears that one of them, the lower one, the one that's sending shockwaves of pain through my nervous system almost continually. Any contact, and of course your arm always moves against it. Oh, and you've got to wear stuff. And you've got to wear stuff because you don't want the thing to be on show. But the lower bite, which is the bigger one, that's pretty savage. I mean, it led to a night of kind of delirious dreams. Yeah, I actually felt quite sick. That's what I'm going about the infection side of things. But I'm not one to go rushing off to the doctors and the hospital, mainly because I don't want to wait for fucking hours in the waiting room for a bit of triage and then sit back in the waiting room for even more hours and hours and hours of tedium and pain and discomfort before you finally get seen and you go, oh, it's just a bite. Yeah, I'll prescribe some antihistamines and this antibiotic. Just take that. Well, doc, would it go on its own accord? Oh yeah, it'll go eventually, yeah. But this will speed things up a bit. Well, I know, the obvious thing is just bite the bullet and go and get the medication. But that may yet happen, but I'm holding off. So anyway, to the point of this video. Our good friend from the Emerald Isle, Cap'n Ronnie, oh hey, Cap'n Ronnie, has sent a box. And the box is over there. So it's a big box, but it's very light box. And Cap'n Ronnie knows, is my eye peeking through this? It looks like it is. Wearing eye patches is a very precarious affair, it really is. Kurt Russell, as you probably know, had to wear one that had loads of little holes in it so he could see through it. But then for close-ups he had one where there was no holes in it. But as he said, your depth perception goes right out the window. Yes, you've still got one perfectly good eye to see out of. But you don't have any sense of spatiality and depth So you're going to walk into things, you know, oh, do you want this glass of whiskey, Kilt-Man? And it could be there, and I'll go, because it's not where you think it is. So you may as well have lost both eyes. You're no better off even just one. Anyway, he sent me a box, and he knows a guy called Adrian Saunders. Adrian Saunders is an artist who, with watercolours and with pen and ink, does caricatures of movie and TV characters, and they are all bespoke. They're all one-offs. Now he's done Jaws, Batman, the Joker, Iron Man, Stranger Things, Only Fools and Horses. Now I've seen his work. He's got a store on Etsy. Now I know that the guy's very, very busy at the moment. So once you see what's in this box, don't all storm his store and then start sending him messages. Oh, can you do this? Can you do that? Because they are all kind of designer originals, just one-offs. And I've seen his work, and his work is phenomenal. So, but he's busy at the moment, so give him time, and he'll get round to it eventually, I'm sure. But Cap'n Ronnie, a while ago, said, I've got this, or he's doing it for you, and it's one of your favourite characters. It's one of the ones that inspired you and all this. Like, I hope you like it. And over the last few weeks, there's been because it had to be done and then had to be sent to Cap'n Ronnie and then had to come to me. And he's been, oh, I hope you like it. You know, oh God, I'm getting a bit nervous now. It'll be fine, mate. It'll be fine. But Cap'n Ronnie and myself are huge fans of Jaws as well. And Cap'n Ron has sent many, many, many Jaws bits of memorabilia. There's one lurking behind me there somewhere. Yes, it's the orca about to be downed. And poor old Quint is about to be chomped as well. But, so I think in there you're going to there'll be some Jaws bits and bobs. Well, I don't know. He said there's a few more bits of artwork thrown in there. But the main thing, I think it's Snake. I could be wrong, because the heroes that have, shaped my life would be obviously Snake Plissken, would be Rambo, would be Spartacus, Gladiator, Martin Riggs, Terminator, Dutch from Predator. There's quite a lot of them. R.J. McCready from The Thing, Quint himself, but Snake's been the one that's loomed the largest. And although I did start off this channel dedicating a lot of videos to Mr. Plissken, I haven't really done a great deal apart from just referencing it and playing the music and once in a while sporting, the eye patch, the Mac 10, those fantastic Siberian combat keks, which I am not wearing at the moment. I am actually I'm wearing the Royal Stewart. Not exactly stealthy when you're getting into, New York Maximum Security Penitentiary in the year 1997. I'm just going to test out my depth perception because down here there is a new bottle of whiskey. Oh, did that pretty well. Watch as I now smash my teeth out with this. The way my look's going wouldn't surprise me. Despite the pain under here, which this helps to deaden, at least temporarily. I went out with the dog yesterday, Roxy the Wonder Dog, and it was forecast that it would rain. But we went a bit further afield. We went to, if you know my area, the Kilted Realm, we went to Central Park. That's not a Central Park in New York, that's Central Park in Liskeard, Wallasey. And there's a lake there, a big duck pond. Well, it's a bloody big duck pond. And but by the time we got there, we went the long way round and came in at the furthest entrance through another park. Took a while to get there, and we're miles from home. The heavens opened really badly. Well, I've been out in west storms and that, I'll be honest, but thunder was rolling heavily, about 10 feet above your head. Lightning was flashing, the rain was bouncing, and it did not let up. Me and the poor dog were drenched through, completely drenched. And even though it's so hot and humid, you were shivering because it was so cold, with the wet and all that. And I was wearing, ironically of course, I was wearing the Quint jacket, well, my version of Quint's jacket from Jaws, with the Quint name tag on it and all that. And it's a lightweight combat jacket, and well, not exactly waterproof. So it was stuck to me, and the dog was completely drenched through. But she's a husky. She has a waterproof coat beneath the 2 fur layers, so she's all right. Inside, she's happy. Doesn't bother me. She's like, "Hey, bring it on, bring it on." This is the thing that she could lie on an iceberg forever and just be like, oh, on her back, legs in the air. Oh, it's lovely, this. So she was happy, and we skated in to the Royal Oak, where we met a bunch of people one of whom was from this area, but he'd moved away and is now living in the environs of Thorpe Castle. Thorpe Castle, or was it Thorne? Whatever it was, it's a castle. But he's from round here, and he was introducing his 2 mates to his old hometown, and is staying here for a bit. So they're asking me, about all the good pubs. So whiskies, and the pain seemed to, just subside somewhat. Had a great time, but then had to go back out into the wild, wet wilderness, and got drenched through all over again. So that may have added to my discomfort last night. I don't know, but. Anyway, I was meant to meet those guys in the cask down the road, but I was in such a deplorable state, I didn't bother going out again last night. So anyway, I have my trusty skiing do right here. So we're going to now delve into this box, which is right here. And see, oh God, the way my look's going at the moment, I could just drop this. Or I could more horrifically slice through the bloody thing. Gotta be careful with these. And let's find out what it is. Now, as I say, these are bespoke watercolours or pen and ink. I don't know which version this is. And I am well, kind of optimistic. It doesn't matter who it is. Cap'n Ron, it's gonna be great. But I'm putting money on that. SD Pliskin. Note to self, sharpen your ski and do, Kilt-Man, because that barely penetrated the gaffer tape. But it could be Quint, it could be Rambo. It could be. Oh. It could be Starsky from Starsky Hutch, because I loved him as well. See, a lot of my heroes have got a lot of hair. Starsky had a big mop of hair, didn't he? And we've got Lee Van Cleef speaking there as Police Commissioner Bob Houck. Special Forces Unit Texas Thunder. And of course he starred alongside Clint Eastwood, another one of my all-time favourite heroes. Dirty Harry, the man with no name. Right. By the way, Cap'n Ronnie, cheers, my good friend. Thank you so much. And oh, well, already. Well done, Cap'n Ron. You put some protective cardboard above the top. Well done. Well done. And then you cushioned it even more with Tito's, the nectar of Northern Ireland. These are the Supremo crisps from the Emerald Isle. People who leave Ireland and go elsewhere in the world, they get packs of this sent to them because they can't be without it. Potatoes, smoky bacon, which I love. Beef and onion, yes. And roast chicken, even bigger, yes. Potatoes, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And there's more. There's a great big bumper pack of cheese and onion. You cannot go wrong, can you? Cheers, my friend. Right, now. Bubble wrap as well. Another one of those gifts that keeps on giving. Because even when you're taking the thing out of the bubble wrap lives on. For much more joy and pleasure. You pop it all, and then if you collect masks like I do, you put them inside the masks, and it gives the mask a bit more body. And we've got, I presume that this is the one from Adrian. Okay, well we'll wait for that. Let's do these first. Okay. They're in frames, quite clearly in frames. Now, my money's on these being Jaws, but I could be wrong, and I can't see through, by the way. I can't see through, and I can't even get in. Okay. Oh, and there's another layer. Suddenly I'm thinking I'm playing the wrong music. Oh, God. And of course I could be completely wrong. But I'm not! It is Jaws! Look at this! And there is Chrissy Watkins, Susan Backlany. She was the first that Bruce took down. Skinny dipping. Going in the water! Oops. Oh, everyone learned, don't go skinny dipping after dark. Don't do it. Don't do it anywhere, let alone somewhere where, you know, the water could be warm enough to support great white sharks. Although they can be off any coast in the world, so, you know, you can't even be that specific. But there she is, the glorious underwater view. Inspired, of course, by the great Creature from the Black Lagoon, Jack Arnold's classic monster movie from the 50s, where the Kilt-Man does spy Julian Adams going across the Black Lagoon in a little slinky 50s swimsuit. So it wasn't quite that slinky, but it was still bloody good. And Kilt-Man, suddenly things stared behind his gills. But look at that, there she is. This was not a boring accident. Summer girl goes swimming, swims out a little too far, fishing boat comes along. It's happened before. And this was not a boring accident. It wasn't a propeller, and it wasn't Jack the Ripper. It was a shark. Oh mate, fantastic. I've got no room to put it. And there's another one as well. Oh yes, okay, come on. Will this be Jaws as well? Oh, that came off rather easily. I've been playing the score to Jaws 2 a hell of a lot lately. Can't say that I think it's a better score than John Williams' original score for the first Jaws, but it has that added element of the harps playing, which gives the whole thing, which Jaws, the original score, is a dynamic action horror score. Thrilling, adventurous, dynamic, pulse racing. You get all that with Jaws 2 as well, but he adds in this spectral sort of, you know, underwater ballet sort of sequence of music for violins, which is so creepy, sinuous and beautiful, and it just adds a whole new element. It's Jaws again. We have a great big shark fin, and we have a sort of, there's the orca speeding across there, and neck and neck racing with it is 3 barrels. You can't stay down with 3 barrels on him. Not with 3 you can't. But oh, he can. But that's man versus beast. Even Brody seems to think, oh, this is quite exciting. They're soon going to eat their words. Fast fish as it's hurtling, you know, through the sea, and they're chasing after the 3 barrels, and they're bumping up against them and all that. But they soon learn this shark can do anything, even with 100 barrels on him. Mate, that's fantastic. Nice and colourful as well. I know just a place for those as well. On the ledge of the bath. Cheers, Captain. Cheers, you all. Someone out there is going to tell me that, you know why you get bitten so often and so badly, Kilt-Man? They're attracted to the whiskey that you fill your veins with. Gee whiz! Oh gosh, gee whiz! Gee golly gosh! I hope that isn't the case, because life would just come to an end. I would have to surrender my flesh to the insect world, and I've become Jeff Goldblum. Insect politics. Here we go. Now this, I genuinely do not know what this is. I'm only guessing it's Snake Plissken. And Cap'n Ronnie's there going, I got you. I mean, we play this game all the time. You see around the walls all the fabulous canvases that the great Steve 007 Smith sends to us on a regular basis. And again, we play the guessing game. He gives me some clues as to what might be in there, and I have to try and work it out from these sometimes very, very obscure clues. He's learning his our 007. But I still usually am right. And, you know, but I'm not always right, and I could be wrong now. Right, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay, well, I've done that right, because that looks like there's the back of the frame. Okay, more bubble wrap. I can't see what's underneath. Let's get on to my favourite bit of music from Escape from New York. Which, this won't be it now. This is the Duke arrives at Central Library. And because the Duke's played by Isaac Hayes, King of Soul, Carpenter, who did the, John Carpenter that is. You know who I'm talking about. Who did the score for the movie that he directed and created. He gave it like a funky, you know, street vibe and beat, and rhythm. Okay, this has worked out perfectly because I'm going to show you the. Oh, I think there's like, yeah, I can't see it, can we? But there was like a sort of foam inlay. Now this could be upside down, back to front. It could be whatever. But let's show you guys first. Cap'n Ron, cheers, my friend. Thank you so much. It's got these little cardboard triangles that sit on the corners. If this is upside down, you're going, idiot. But you never know, could be right way. It is the right way, and it is Snake. It is Snake. It's Plissken. What I should have said as well, he always puts a little quote on from the character. There's Plissken in his full gear. The Alpine style boots, the Siberian combat kicks. He's got the Mach 10 there with the rather redundant telescopic sight on it. It's a machine pistol. They do put sound suppressors on the end of it, and it does look uber cool with a big telescopic sight. But you're never going to use a telescopic sight on a machine pistol. You literally kick a door down and just put your finger on the trigger, squeeze, and it unleashes the entire magazine in about 0.2 of a second. That's what it's there for. You don't pick random shots. You don't aim with it. But it still looks uber cool. It's got the jacket on. And of course, you guys know I've got all of this stuff. Can you see the life clock? No, you can't. But it stands on his belt. Oh, man. It's Plissken, baby. It's Plissken. And what does he say? We need him alive, Plissken. We're still at war. I don't give a fuck about your war or your president. I don't give a fuck about your president. Snake Plissken. The quote of all times. Because at the end of the day, no matter who your president is, do you really give a fuck about him? Do you? Do you? Huh? Look at that. It's a beauty. And it is my hero. I mean, my hair has gone way longer than what his was in Escape from New York. And way bushier mine is as well. But Kurt Russell still has a massively great mane of hair. And of course he can do those fabulous, massive handlebar and droopy Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man sort of like big tashes and big beards. When he does like the likes of Tombstone, his Wyatt Earp, he's got the great big curly-cued moustache. When he's in the likes of, what's it called now? Hateful Eight and Bone Tomahawk, he has that tash and a big goatee beard, which sits in 3D out from another bushy beard. It's facial topiary. It is a geometric map of follicles. It is incredible how he sustains this. And of course it's all luxuriously grey now. but he could still play Snake Plissken. How many times am I going to bang on about people returning to the roles that they made famous? We've just had Indy returning again. Oh, and well, I was looking forward to it. Part of me is glad that he came back, but I saw the end result and I kind of wish you just hold out for a bit longer. You might have got a better script, might have got a better film out of it, but no, we got, well, you know what we got. Stallone keeps bringing back Rambo and Rocky. Arnie is talking about bringing back Commando. Well, oh no, Arnie isn't, but someone else is. I did a video on it, of course I did, and that's pie in the sky. Stallone wants to bring back Cliffhanger, which he really is set on doing, but we want Arnie to come back as King Conan, and he can still do it, but you're running out of time. Arnie's physique and health isn't that great. I think you need to get cracking on this to make it a bit more believable. But King Kurt, in his 70s now, but he can still play Old Man Snake. And I don't mean passing the baton on, passing the eye patch on to his son, which of course everyone goes, oh, Wyatt Earp, not Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Russell, his son, from Overlord and a couple of other things. Oh, he looks just like him. He could play Snake. He's perfect. I don't think he is. And no offence, but I don't think he is. For one thing, his hair is receding. I mean, he's unfortunate, whereas his dad kept a full head of hair. Wyatt Russell, no. Even in Overlord, you can tell it's going back. It says me, but I'm 54. It's allowed. But Kurt should play it. And I've said so many times now, it doesn't even need to be an escape movie. Give him a reason to get from somewhere to somewhere, a job to do, a mission, save somebody.
Who are you? I said, who are you?
Isaac Hayes.
Snake Plissken, Duke.
Adrian Saunders.
Something's going down.
Oh, we need him. Another way to say, something's going down, we need him. But King Kurt could come back and give us the trilogy that we all wanted from Snake Plissken. Carpenter and Russell both said, no, the first film was it, but only because of fan pressure did they do, and sadly, do Escape from LA, which you can see imagery from it there. Oh, it was great to see him back again. The man with the patch is back, plan your escape. But you just told the same fucking story as Escape from New York, only in a much shittier fashion. You made it really camp and horribly CG. Oh, God. The surfing down Wilshire Boulevard, the shark. Oh, there's tying in with Jaws again. It was fucking god-awful. Hated it. Well, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. Let's put it that way. And it's not a film I ever return to. Great score, though, by Shirley Walker. And taking in the old John Carpenter theme. And John Carpenter and Alan Howarth worked on the movie soundtrack as well. But it is Shirley Walker's baby. And he's still great in it. But, they give him the stupid, bloody, massive, long, stealth leather trench coat. It's a stealth trench coat. Fuck off. I'll take the coat. But in that film, he's got extensions because his hair was not long enough. So they had to give him extensions. But it's still Kurt Russell doing what Kurt does best. Kicking ass and not giving a fuck, about presidents, wars, or anything. But he busts the well back to the Stone Age at the end of Escape from LA. So it was fans that said all this. Oh, the next one's going to be Escape from Earth. Because what's the next logical thing? He's destroyed the Earth. It's gone back to primitive times. And everyone's going to be in it for themselves. And it's going to be just a lawless wasteland. Which Snake is pretty much used to. But it's Escape from Earth. Well, that's even going to be that. And then there's the other sort of fan rumours that Ghosts of Mars, John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars, with Jason Statham, and is it Ice Cube? Was it Ice Cube, Ice T, Ice Lolly, whatever. Someone, Vanilla Ice, somebody icy was in there. And Marilyn Manson type fucking Martian ghost vampire things. No. And Natasha Henstridge. I really wanted to like that. And the idea, well, everyone says that, well, the ice character is, oh God, I forgot his character's name now. But like Napoleon Wilson from Southern Precinct 13, it was an anti-hero, a criminal, but he's going to have to be heroic. He's going to have to do the good thing and fight alongside the good guys if they've got a chance of surviving. And they say, well, that was meant to be Snake Plissken. Well, if you look at the interviews with John Carpenter and even Kurt Russell, it's no. The germs of ideas were floating around, but Ghost of Mars was not going to be Escape from Earth. That was not a Snake Plissken script to begin with. But people see the connection, you know. But this guy, personified by Kurt Russell, could come back. Definitely could come back. Would you have John Carpenter direct it? Of course you want Big John to direct it. Big John has returned to the director's chair. But where was his director's chair? In his own house. It was his fucking gaming chair. And he directed episodes of a TV show which was filmed in Romania. I did report on this and I've forgotten the details now. It was called Scream Time, or something like that anyway, which I haven't seen as yet. But he directed episodes of that. But he did it over Zoom. What? No, folks, I don't get that. I know we're in a whole new age now where you haven't got to go to work anymore. You just sit and do stuff over Zoom and work on laptops. Well, yeah, I get that. Done it. I was very happy with it as well. But directing, you need to be there in front, steering the ship. You've got your actors there, you've got your cameraman there, you've got everyone there, your continuity girl, you've got everybody there. And inspiration on set happens when that energy is there, that collective energy. Not when someone's several thousand miles away on another continent, just like occasionally barking orders down the Zoom microphone. What? John, come on now. You're okay doing all your new music albums, Lost Themes, volumes 1, 2 and 3, and we have got volume 4, which is on the way apparently. Not sure when, but it's done and it's coming. But he kind of teased, I go back to directing. Really a big movie? Starring your muse, your screen alter ego, which of course is Kurt Russell. What is it now? Escape from New York, Escape from LA, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China. Done four movies together. All, well, apart from Escape from LA, all brilliant. Big Trouble in Little China. And of course, they're trying to get another Big Trouble in Little China off the ground, aren't they? With Dwayne The Rock Johnson playing him, or playing another character. But it's set in that world of Big Trouble in Little China, the Jack Burton verse. God, what? Put Kurt back in there playing these guys. Give him a script and let him just go to town on it. But as I say, would John Carpenter be the best guy to direct Snake Plissken? In theory and on paper, you go, well, he's the guy that created him. Of course they're going to get it right. Of course it'd be perfect. It's the match made in heaven. It should be. You got it right with Escape from New York and got it wrong. Got it right with Escape from New York, got it wrong with Escape from LA. So should he come back? Well, hedge your bets. Got one right, one wrong. Benefit the doubt. If John Carpenter was going to come back and direct Kurt Russell for real, physically on the set and on location, yeah, I'd be there. But do the music anyway, for sure. But anyway, folks, my boots, my hat and my gloves got soaked yesterday. It's been cracking the flags out there all day today. So I put the stuff out there to dry out. It's pissing down again. Do excuse me for one moment, because I do believe I gave the servants the day off. Just 1 second while I retrieve my gear. Curses! You wouldn't believe it, would you? Luckily, it's only just started to come down, but it's coming down like yesterday. Cheers, y'all. So, anyway, Cap'n Ronnie, Adrian, I thank you. It is fantastic. Because I have all this gear, the leather jacket as well, which is outstanding. The leather jacket, which is battered, ripped. It's literally threadbare, and you only see it at the start of the movie, really. But Kurt Russell, when they were filming in St. Louis, and a very rough area of St. Louis as well, an area which would look like Dresden. It was just tenement blocks, people around those bin bonfires, tramps, vagrants, hobos, and drug dealers, and it was uber nasty. It was exactly what they tried to depict New York prison as being, just street gangs ruling the place, and anything goes, lawless wasteland. Well, that's what they were filming in. And Kurt Russell just stepped off the street one time, off the location shoot, and he saw like a hobo there wearing this jacket, and he went, you know what? Because obviously it's filmed out of continuity. And he went, oh, you know, that's the kind of jacket that Snake Plissken would wear. So he bought the jacket off this guy. Probably gave him enough money to feed him for the rest of the year. Bought the jacket, said to Big John, I think Snake would wear this. Fine, we'll use it in the intro scenes when you get arrested. Yeah, brilliant, no worries. Kurt also, with the Ingram Mac 10, with the sound suppressor, the telescopic sight, walked off set and turned the corner. This is a real location, of course. It's not a set. It's not not a studio bound set, and strayed into a gang of delinquents, of bad boys, who just took one look at Kurt Russell in this t-shirt, the eye patch. I think their eyes were drawn to the gun primarily, but also just what the fuck, man. We don't want no trouble. Isn't it fantastic? And back on telescopic sights, he's got a Smith & Wesson as well, a 6-shooter, and they've put a telescopic sight on that as well. And don't. I've fired guns throughout a huge portion of my life, and I've fired these weapons. You do not put a telescopic sight on these weapons. You just don't do it. It just made it look a bit more futuristic. You've got all the blueberries, the blackberries, the police, the United States Police Force, like an army, is encamped around the island. All these guys have got M16s and like big black garb on and riot helmets with big visors on them. But the muzzle suppressor from the M16 has been removed to give it a very thin skeletal barrel. Again, John Carpenter saying it just made it look a bit more different, a bit more futuristic. So I give him that. It does look weird, almost insectoid. Oh Christ! Don't get me back on insects. But yeah, almost this very thin barrel, but it does look weird. But there's our boy, as captured by Adrian Saunders of WallHeroesDesigns. What is it? WallHeroesDesigns. WallHeroesDesigns. Yeah. They're so good. I said it 3 times. So when you get a chance, do have a look at his store on Etsy, and have a little look to see what you fancy. Fancy on Etsy. But just be in mind, this is not his full-time gig, I don't think. This is just a sideline of his, but a wonderful one at that. And they are designer one-offs, so you can ask him your favourite character, put your quote on there, and you get stuff like this, which is unique, highly desirable, and really, really uber cool. He's great, isn't he? Oh, the ring lights picked him out. Look. Spotlights on you there. Ooh. Folks, cheers. And of course, we have Jaws. Look at that. They're both great, but that's quite actually spectacularly eerie, isn't it? Looking at it from underneath. And she is nudie nudes as well in that sequence. PG rated movie with swearing, with gore, violence, terror, and a wee bit of little nudity as well, thrown in. But Jaws and Escape from New York, two defining moments in both of their respective genres. And the great thing about both these movies is they actually cross over genres. Whereas Jaws it's a thriller, it's a monster movie, it's a horror movie, it's an outdoorsy action adventure movie, and it's a character piece as well.
One hell of a team, Snake.
The name's Pliskin.
The name's Pliskin.
And this was meant to be the end theme for Escape from New York, but Carpenter said, no, it's called The Snake Shake, but Carpenter went, nah, it's far too upbeat, but it's fucking great though. It is, I love this, but it is like, you can Snake boogieing. Would he? Well, he would to this. Cheers, y'all. And I'm saying, like, they cross genres. Escape from New York is a futuristic action adventure thriller, urban drama. Yeah, they cross over things and they give you a lot more for your imagination, to be stimulated by. Folks, Husky's now slurping stuff. The rain's come, and of course she wants to go back out on it. It ain't my day. It is my day because I've got this fabulous artwork, but it's not my day for dog walking. Mrs. Kilt-Man's got to get the dog out. So she's going to get wet, like I did. And when it's wet and it's tons of foliage and it's humid, that's when the bugs come out. Ooh, I'm all soaking wet. And I can smell blood. Zzz. And it stick that fucking proboscis. Boof! Of course, when they slurp off me, they're always flying off, pissed as farts. Jesus. That's when they come coming back for me. I have a great time on him. Wow. It's like a night out. Just one snort of his blood and you're pissed as farts. Folks, I have been over Shabby Kilt-Man. Please, in the meantime, and it's ever tempestuously weathered in between time. A bit like Snake's jacket, tempestuously weathered. Please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And I'm going to see you all. I actually can't really stretch out too far because it rubs against the woundage. Have I mentioned that? I'm ex-Marines, Do you think I've been much harder than this? You do not know pain like this. You do not know pain like this. And if I've got to go and have it stabbed and syringed or surgically removed, oh, Christ. God, how long have I got left on this? 22 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds. Why? I didn't start it going, did I? Folks, keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. I'm going to see you all